ended up getting tackled at the 3, and with the help of 50 yards worth of penalties on Skyview, the drive was kept alive on 3rd and 4th downs because of those penalties, and Box Elder made the Bobcats pay as Britton Gunter dives in from 3 yards out at the final horn. That made it 14-13. There was a penalty on Box Elder, so it backed them up. They missed the PAT. It's 14-13. That's where we stand now. Skyview will get the ball to start the second half, and we're ready to go. Skyview's offense or the kick return team out onto the field, and Levon back with us. You keep using that BlackBerry there, or that whatever kind of darn phone that is. You're just watching that BYU UCF score, watching that juggernaut BYU offense.
Yeah.
17 points. They've just come unleashed tonight.
Yeah, 14-16 to go in the 4th there, and if you're watching this on tape, you already know the BYU's lost. So. Oh, wait a minute. It is 17-17.
You must have been happy last weekend. You were dressed in red from head to toe last Friday night.
I'll be happier if it works out good next weekend.
Now with Utah State heading down to Provo. Last time Utah State won in Provo, the earth was still cooling. Utah State has to get past Colorado State first. A good barometer kind of to see where the Aggies are. They played Auburn very tough, really should have won that game. They did what they should have done to Weber, which was take them apart.
And the worst part about the Colorado State game is I think Utah State's favored by about 4 last time I saw. Like to be the underdog.
Looking at some ticket numbers, and they had about 18,000 at that game against Weber. They've pre-sold a bunch, but they're still saying between 16 and 20 now, and that's a shame. I would like to see them get 25,000 people in that stadium. From the 1 yard line, that's Watts. Watts to the 16, and that's where Skyview will begin. Well, what did Coach Anders say about the chat at halftime about some of the penalties that helped keep 50 yards worth, helped keep that drive alive?
He was actually in a relatively good mood.
He's a pretty calm individual.
He is.
Usually.
Had that been my high school coach, we'd all been walking with a limp just from the verbal abuse.
from the rear end kicking. Yeah, they're playing the safety still, 15 yards off of that slot receiver. Just run that 0 and let Jensen run. See how fast those backers are, and that's what they're doing. There's the 0 pattern, blocking on the edge. And wilding that defensive, that linebacker pretty fast. It's only a pickup of 2.
Tackle by number 60, Jeremy Hunsaker. 2nd and 7.
Well, it seems like Skyview with Carver at the wheel there is always trying to set up the long ball, and this is a good way to set that up, get those linebackers and corners to sneak up a little bit, maybe you can get by him and throw the deep pass, which they've done a few times in this game.
Carver's going to keep, he's got a hole, he cut it back inside and the hole opened up outside. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 after a gain of a couple.
And we saw this at the first part of in the first quarter. A couple of 3 and outs for both teams. Skyview trying to avoid that with this 3rd down and 4.
That's one of the benefits of sitting way up here. You can see the holes open up. It's a lot different view down there with everybody trying to chase you down. Carver on 3rd and 4. Gets out of trouble.
He's going to be real close.
Looks like he's going to be just short of the 1st down where they finally roll him out of bounds. He's going to be about a yard short. Picked up 3, needed 4.
Well, that's a 1st down.
They did move the sticks. Wow. So he picked up more than that 3. Good spot. Can't see, he was behind the team. You can't see where he stepped out of bounds. So nice run there by Carver. He picked up more like 6. And that's 4 out of 7 3rd down conversions now. For Skyview, short gain.
Skylar Hunt tries to get his get going, but he's brought down with a shoestring tackle.
Tripped up by number 63, Joe Flores.
Still a 4-yard pickup.
2nd and 5.
Second and 5. First possession of the second half. Guard and tackle pull for Skyview. Low fights his way up near the marker.
Skylar Hunt.
Low, I meant Hunt. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure Low is number 24 for team in orange and blue.
For Mountain Crest, I'm living a week in the past. Sometimes all these numbers start bleeding together. Somebody will let me know about that this week. They're looking at this one, but it doesn't look like there's anything to look at. I don't see a flag, but they're calling something. Personal foul on Skyview. Personal foul on Box Elder.
Wow.
Boy, and the Skyview coaching staff's about come unglued after that call. Oh, there's the flag. All the Box Elder players were standing around it.
So they'll walk Skyview's off first, and then turn around and walk Box Elders off, and we'll see who comes up the better for this.
And it should be right about where they're standing right now.
Almost exactly the line of scrimmage. I think it is.
First down. That's some exercise.
Yep.
That's the way you do it, though. So the 6th penalty on Skyview. The 6th penalty on Box Elder. Skyview 6 penalties for 80 yards. Box Elder 6 for 69. What they're calling. It's making Skyview coaching staff so mad. Maybe they're just mad at their players. Going deep, and there's a man with a step. But Mitchell Berryhill can't get there, and it looked like he kind of tripped himself up a little bit at about the 30-yard line, and that slowed him down. He had 2 steps. That's 6 if he can get there.
That pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Carver throws a nice ball, but it's just a little deep, and you're right. As he leans to try and cut inside to get to that ball, he kind of trips on the turf.
2nd and 10. They pull the guard and tackle again. And they run Hunt again. And Box Elder says, we got the ball, we got the ball. And the officials are the guys that matter. What do they say? They say Box Elder's got the ball. Skyview with a turnover. The first turnover by a fumble for Skyview as they offensively they ended the first half with an interception. Skyview kind of self-destructing here. Here's Hunt. He stood up. Can't see the ball in any of that, so how we decide that's a fumble, I'm not sure.
Well,
but they're a lot closer than we are.
I think they just took it out of his hands.
Yeah.
And that's totally legal.
You betcha. The Box Elder back on the field. Watson in motion, but they give it to Gunter. Gunter runs into his own blocker after a gain of about 5 for Brecken Gunter. Let's take another look here and see if we can see that ball coming out. It's a little loose right there.
Right about there, and then 63 puts his hat on it, and I think
Gunter comes out with it. I think he tore it out of there. Gunter in trouble, and he's sacked. That Skyview defense has made a lot of plays tonight. That's a 10-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and long.
J.D. Camphouse, number 69. Great penetration, doesn't allow Gunter to get his speed going and get away from him. Unblocked. Hits that center guard gap on the left side. Is Gonzo.
Gonzo, huh?
Gonzo.
2 of 12 on 3rd downs for Box Elder. Now, last time they were in this situation, They got all sorts of help from the yellow flags. Let's see if Skyview can get him off the field and keep it clean. Gunter rolling, unloading on the move, and he throws it too long, and no laundry.
Gunter's pass intended for number 3, McKay Parrish. Covered on the play by number 23.
Parrish is the intended receiver for Box Elder. That's just a lot of adrenaline coming from number 5. Throws it way deep. Cobbling to punt.
He can get he got a pretty good arm without setting those feet. He got that one way downfield. There's the whistle and a flag. Oh, now what?
Geez, Dad, just let us play.
Skyview had too many men on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and one just ran off.
Yep, he's trying to hide.
Now that's a 5-yard penalty.
Still 4th down and 10.
Illegal substitution against the Bobcats. 5-yard penalty.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Mr. Garden variety penalty. Kick's going to roll down inside the 10. Skyview's offense will be back out onto the field.
Good punt coverage by Box Elder is going to pin him deep in their own territory.
On the Bobcat 9-yard line.
9, as a matter of fact.
That's pretty deep.
1st and 10, Skyview.
Coach Andrew trying to coach him up. Got to run and execute from this deep in your own end of the field. You can't afford a turnover. You can't afford dumb penalties. You got to move the ball.
Should be a pretty happy homecoming down at Logan. That game's still in the 3rd quarter, but it's a 35-point lead for the Grizzlies, 42-7. This one still very much in doubt as Skyview holds on to a 1-point lead. Carver looking for the edge. Gets out across the 10 to the 11, so a gain of 2.
Wrapped up on goal line, Jake Tolman.
Somebody down, one of the
Number 60.
B's.
Have an injury timeout.
It's Jeremy Hunsaker, 6'2", 206 pounds.
Skyview High School would like to thank Logan Regional Sports Medicine, Rocky Mountain Emergency Specialist Physicians, and athletic trainer Travis Jackson for covering all the sports medicine needs.
And Hunsaker's flat on his back now. Let's see. He was rolling around there like maybe he got the wind knocked out of him, and hopefully that's all, I hope that's all it is.
I think that's probably what it was, the way he was rolling around and the way he's holding his stomach.
Got one in the basket where you put the bread, huh?
Yeah, that's no good. I think everybody should experience that once, but only once.
You think so, huh? I think there's some that should experience it once a minute. But then again, the milk of human kindness is completely dried up in me.
All right, there's a few people that I would vote for more than once.
That's because you're nice. That's why we all like you.
My wife's listening. She's like, Eric's lying on TV.
2nd and 8 as Watts goes in motion. Way out to the edge. Over the middle and
nobody home.
Nobody home at all. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Jensen and Giro both out there, but neither one of them even close to the ball.
3rd and 9.
Big conversion here. Skyview way more effective on 3rd down in this game than they were last week.
They are 4 of 7. This is their 8th opportunity. This one a long one though, 3rd and 8, and they're deep in their own territory. Field position wise is a big deal. Going for the big one.